Welcome back, viewers, to my playthrough of Meet the Robinsons the game on the Wii.
Our intrepid hero is in an altered future, on his way to the
Okay, Carl already said all that in the last part. In the last part, I had to clear out all of the ants at the transit station in order to get a pass to go to the industrial district. And now that Wilbur's here, he must find a guy named Jacoby who would have the rare parts he needs for the transponder remote. But there's definitely going to be another wave of ants in the industrial district as well, because why wouldn't there be? First thing you gotta do is use the disassembler on these hanging platforms so you can jump on them. And here they are. I've been expecting you, pet. These kind of ants right here. Okay, well, scanning them's not working for some reason. But they are a different kind of robot ants. Come on, aim at... Okay, fine, aim at that first. Now, you gotta push this big block over to this platform right here so you can get onto it.
Batteries at 100%.
Okay, you need to get across this. And then push this out of the way. Okay, so now I can scan this ant. It's a flame ant, which isn't very hard to deal with. Just use the disassembler on them to make their flamethrowers explode. That building right there is where Jacoby is. So the first thing I gotta do is get this bridge to activate. In fact, this right here is a pressure pad, but you need to get something to weigh it down. You gotta move this block over here so you can climb it. Well, maybe not. I may have missed something. I think it's supposed to go in, but it's not. And I can't climb it either. My God. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to use this as a platform. I figured there was something I missed. Now there's another pressure pad at the very end up here, and you gotta push this big block onto it. That'll make this bridge come out. And now I remembered that this is the block you need to put on the under pressure bed, so you can cross the bridge to Jacoby's lab. Or garage, whatever it is. Just leave me alone there, Grunt Ant, or don't. Okay, so let's get to that garage now.
I can't open the door until all the ants are gone.
Apparently not. And you know, I still haven't mentioned yet, those robotic ants that you're fighting, they're not Emperor Stanley's minions. They work for someone named the Ant Queen. And, well, after scanning one of the ants, it already mentioned that the Ant Queen's name is Lizzie. Anyone who's seen the movie may know, or may remember Lizzie. She's the, you know, that gothic girl who's all about fire ants. And Lizzie always says that the fire ants only have a tendency to bite her enemies, which would apparently be Wilbur and a lot of other people, especially Emperor Stanley. Now, these sniper ants, they spawn endlessly, and you're supposed to destroy their anthills. And one way you do so is to push this big block onto it, and I already destroyed another anthill by using the disassembler on a hanging platform. Oh my god. Just let me push this, alright? Okay, so they just killed me right there, but... Oh, great. So, the anthills did respawn. Or... Yeah, they did. I think there may have only been... Wait, are these anthills too? Well, maybe not. Oh wow, so you can scan the anthills that you already destroyed. That's odd, but alright. So after you destroy all the anthills, you can now destroy the ants themselves, and now you can enter Jacoby's garage. Let's get those parts for the transponder remote. Ah, well. I just scanned something through that building. That's also pretty weird. And there's Jacoby himself. Be sure to scan him when you get the chance.
Thank you, pointy-haired boy. I don't know what those robo-ruffians would have done if you hadn't come along.
Name's Wilbur Robinson. Glad I could help.
Well, young builder, I don't know who's worse, the Ant Queen or that Stanley fellow. Those ants are absconding with everything in sight.
It's Wilbur, and I really need some parts. Do you have a radio fetter and some trans-aluminum?
Oh, I've got radio fetters galore. Here, have one. But those beastly ants made off with the last of my trans-aluminum,
Wilbur. Man, those guys get into everything.
They seem to be headed for Old Town. If you can recover some of the trans-aluminum, consider it yours. My sincere gratuities to you again, young Otto.
Ha, not even close. So that's it for the industrial district part. However, before I entered Jacoby's garage, I scanned something which was an activator switch. I think there was a switch in the garage that, or a hidden switch that you can throw a charge ball at, and it may lead to a secret room. So, I'm gonna have to go back to the main menu and replay the industrial district so I can see that. Be right back, people. So, let's find that secret room now. Now what's this? Okay, I don't think it's outside the garage, it may be inside. Or wait. Maybe it is outside. Ah, here's the hidden door. And yes, you do have to scan it first before you can open it. Now, what will I find in here? Apparently it's just a disassembler chest. With an action figure. I bet it's Jacoby. I mean, no doubt it would be him. Okay, so now that I found that hidden door, I better get back to the Old Town part. So now, let's continue with Wilbur's journey in the alternate future. He got the radio feeder, but now he needs to get the transaluminum back from the robot ants. And I gotta say, this Old Town right here, it looks creepy. Looks like a ghost town. I mean, you can see how dark this area is. So there's this force field 5000 that you need the habit gloves to get past. So until I get those habit gloves, I must go this way. Use the disassembler on this fence and... whoa. So, the Ant Queen's ants just took out some of Emperor Stanley's robots. It seems like that there's some kind of war going on between Emperor Stanley and the Ant Queen. There might be another disassembler chest around here. And there it is. So this one has a blueprint. I'll happily take that. Now you gotta move this dumpster over to this truck. You pests are no match for a 13-year-old boy with a disassembler and a charge ball glove.
Recharge complete.
You gotta ship me along these edges here, but first you gotta disassemble those air conditioners. Otherwise they'll block your way. And look at this. The war between Stanley and Lizzie continues. Well, so much for that one. It took quite a dive. Oh, come on, not again. The next thing you gotta do, use the disassembler, and then use the charge ball club to make this happen. You now gotta walk across the hotel sign. that sure is a long way down. But good thing Wilbur's not afraid of heights even a little bit. You'll find another disassembler chest in this hotel room. And another aid station. Boy, these things are everywhere. And now, you gotta power up this elevator. Well, not exactly power it up, you gotta disassemble it. And then you go inside it, and somehow it takes Wilbur down to a lower floor. Oh boy. Come on, aim at the other. Thank you. Say, before I move on, you see that building right there? Believe it or not, that's the orphanage from the movie, the one that Lewis lived in. And you can see it's pretty surrounded by lava, and there's no way to get to it from here. And yes, you do have to go to that orphanage later on in the game. So, Wilbur's now underground. There's nothing over here, so that empty area is completely pointless. Uh-oh, look at that, the prototype time machine. And the ants are taking it through that Havoc glove seal, even though it doesn't look like the time machine would even fit. Now, here you have a new kind of robot ant, the Sarge ant, which you can't really kill right now. Well, actually, you can kill this one, just not the proper way. You gotta use the disassembler on that ice cream shop sign, which will crush the Sarge ant. So much for that. And after that, in fact, that was also the ant that carries the transaluminum, so Wilbur now has it. And after that, you get a cutscene.
The transponder remote is ready for action.
I'm getting a signal. It's close. It's 100 meters straight down. They must have taken it to the central hive.
How am I supposed to get 100 meters underground? Catch the volcano tram?
You're gonna have to dig your way in, buddy. You know, they do a lot of excavating over in the industrial district. Maybe you can find something to help over there.
On my way.
That's right, Wilbur's going back to the industrial district, and you'll be going to a new area there. And it will be the area where Wilbur gets a new gadget, which is the Havoc gloves. But I'm gonna save that until the next part. I wanted to put the first part of the industrial district and Old Town in this part, and I'll be putting the second part of each of them in the next. Okay, so I shall see you all later. Bye, guys.